the text we're going to look at prays for dependent relativity.
Tātad teksts, ko mēs šokar skatīsim, ir atkarīgās rašanās slavenības.
Je Tsongkhapa.
Autors ir Tsongkhapa.
Tonight at least I'll chant it in English while you read it in Latvian. Okay?
We have to read at the same time while we chant, or first you chant and we read afterward.
I'll chant it out loud, you read quietly.
But at the same time, yeah?
Yeah.
Tātad skolotājs piedāvā tādu variantu, ka viņš skandēs angļu valodā skaļi un mēs klusāk te pašā laikā lasīsim latviešu variantu.
I think that's probably the best thing to do.
We can also chant together with you.
Oh, well, if you want to chant in English, yeah, please do.
Tātad ir iespēja arī piedalīties tiem, kas zina angļu.
If you are also the English
Vai
version.
skandēt arī angļu valodā.
That's the most fun to chant, you see. That's what I like doing. If it's just in prose and you have to read it, it's not so interesting.
Tātad
Chanting is fun.
faktiski šis teksts ir dzējā un tādēļ viņu var skandēt, jo, teiksim, prozas tekstu mēs vienkārši varam nolasīt, bet viņš ir dzējā un līdz ar to viņu var arī skandēt.
That's why I translated it, so you could chant it. You know, it's much harder work, much more difficult.
Un skolotājs saka, ka faktiski viņam vajadzēja krietni vien vairāk darba ieguldīt, lai šis teksts būtu skandējums, pārtulkot no tibetiešu valodas prozas valodā būtu krietni vieglāk nekā pārtulkot to, lai tā būtu dzeja.
Through what you realized and proclaimed, the foremost nor and guide subdue, I bow to you who saw and taught dependent relativity. Whatever troubles of this world, their root is ignorance you taught. The insight which reverses it, dependent relativity. How then would the intelligent not comprehend this pathway of dependent relativity to be your teaching's very core? In such a case then no one could find anything more wonderful to praise you for than setting forth dependently arising Lord. What on conditions does rely is empty of inherent being. What way of fine instruction more astounding than this utterance? Fools grasping at it fastens tight their fetters of extremism. The same for wise ones is the means to send for fabrication's net. No others with this teaching seen, so you alone we teach a name. False praise to call afford a lad, or give a fox the name of lion. O wondrous teacher, refuge to, O wondrous speaker, guardian. I bow to you who saw and taught dependent relativity. A benefactor voidness is the essence of the teachings that you gave for wandering being's sake. Dependent relativity, the peerless reason proving that. What way for those to grasp your view, who see its functioning as unproved, or contradictory you affirm. Once voidness is perceived as what arising independence means, then voidness of inherent being, an act and agent harmonize, not contradict is seen reversed, the void not fit to act and on. What acts no voidness then you said, one plunges to a dread abyss. From what you taught praise most you saw, arising independence then, for that the nihilists can't see, nor holders to inherent being. The non-reliant like sky fires, there's non-dependence but a naught. establishment by essence blocks, reliance on conditional cause. You taught us only objects that dependently arise exist, thereby no objects save those that are empty of inherent being. Inherent being has no reverse. You taught so if things had such being, then no nirvana neither could, or fabrications be reversed. That's absence of inherent being within the counsels of the wise. But who could face this lion's roar, repeatedly resounding forth? Dependent on this occurs, all versions of this well accord, with not the least inherent being. What need to say they do not clash? Arising independence then is cause for no dependence on. Extremist views for these fine words, your speeches excel the Lord. These all are void of essence, and from this arises this effect. These two discernments mutually are not opposed, for each helps each. What is the more astonishing, and what more wonderful than this? So praising you on this account is praise indeed, no other is. That those who nurse ill will for you, being slaves of ignorance, should find the sound of no inherent being, unbearable is no surprise. Arising independence being most treasured of your speech when sung, accepted but can't bear the call of voidness, then I am surprised. Best all to know inherent being, dependent relativity. Those nominally for it, but who grasp at its inherent being. But how can they be led towards the peerless gate through which progressed the excellent superior beings, the noble path which pleases you? The relative relies is made, inherent being does not rely, and is unmade. How are these not just contradictory on one base? What things dependently arise, thereby though free forever from inherent being appear that way, or like illusions then you said. By this we also properly may hold to the conclusion that no disputant on genuine grounds can challenge anything you taught. And why? Because by teaching this, you render this not any chance to reify or deprecate unseen or seen phenomena. Arising independence is the path for which your speech is seen. As peerless it gives certainty, all else you taught is valid too. You saw things as they are and taught that well your students' troubles then will all recede away, since they will halt all defects at the root. Who turn away from what you taught may long perform austerities, yet they fixated on the self, but sermon faults repeatedly. Amazing when the wise perceive the difference between these two, then from the very marrow shall they not have reverence for you. How much you taught, why speak of that, determining but generally the meaning of a single part, itself bestows a special joy. Confusion seized my mind, alas, though taking refuge for so long in that array of qualities, no part of one have I attained. But while my stream hath not yet sunk within the mouth of death, the Lord, I count it fortunate to have belief in you, however slight, of teaching that of relativity, of insight into that these two are like a great subdue throughout the worlds. Supreme you saw this well, no others did. All that you taught starts and proceeds from relativity alone, and with nirvana as the goal. No deed of yours was not for peace. Amazing that your teachings bring all those whose ears they reach to peace. So who will not hold in esteem